Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, Wolfman, Walsh, and the Infinite Enso. And tonight we are redoing or revisiting the S tier video that we did 3 years ago.
Yeah, God, it's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
In case you missed those, they're up here. That was a long time ago, so it may not have been our finest work, but it was fun. I enjoyed that. Yeah.
We had chalk on the garage floor.
Yeah. So it was based off of Metal Complex's video that he did where he ranked his collection. And so we did the same thing with ours, and it was a lot of fun. And basically it was a tier ranking system. So you had F up to A, and then the highest, best, top of the line knives were in the S class at the very top. So yeah, this is kind of your idea to revisit this.
Yeah, because I've gotten a lot more selective in the knives I've purchased. I've waited because I'm like, this looks like an A tier knife. I want to purchase it. Yeah. And by the time I purchase it, get it in hand, I'm like, it's S. Just based on the premise of what it is. Now that you mentioned that, I can already know one that's for sure going to be in your S class now that wasn't before. I know one for sure. But that's what interests me. I'm looking forward to seeing what you've added. So anyway. Not to derail you. No, okay. No, it's good because, I mean, I had 3 S tiers. Now, because I was new to the game, I didn't have that many knives. So I only had 3 S tiers, and now I've got, well, you'll see in a minute.
You got the Lancelot leather valet tray here ready.
I do. I've got it right here. I've got it covered up because I didn't want him to see. He's got his covered as well. So, but no, I'm looking forward to this.
Sweet. Before we dive in, it is customary that we do pocket check.
Yep.
What'd you have on you today?
Today I had only 2. I had 3, but he hasn't seen one of them yet.
Oh,
so I'm only going to show him the 2.
Excited.
One of them was the Kaiser Hyper.
Nice.
Big purchase from last year from Blade Show when they were released. This is the S35. Yeah, S35 version, not the Elmax version. So I had that. So I went high tech and low tech. I got the Old Southwest Rough Rider canoe.
I want to say though, the color scheme, I like that color scheme between the two of these. I think it's a good matchup. So if you care about that sort of thing, I think about that.
The funny thing is the canoe weighs more because it's steel and this is aluminum. So very size comparison wise same, but the canoe weighs a lot more. And I just got back from Pensacola, Florida, so I am carrying my Blue Angels coin today.
Nice. Yeah, that's a cool coin.
I also had my Forrest Hank's Skull and Roses Hank on me and my new purchase. Actually, you'll probably see this video before this video comes out, but he hasn't seen this knife yet, so his reaction will be in that video. I made a purchase from Deadwood Knives / Tennessee Cutlery. Same place. Will now be 2 different websites. I'll explain that in a later video. Johnny hooked me up. I've had 2 knives.
Johnny's good for the hookups.
He's good for the hookups. I've had 2 knives in my wish list waiting for them to go on sale or come down, and one of them was half off.
Oh, wow.
So I sent you the original price of $300. I got it for half off.
Yeah, you sent me like a screen capture of just the price. I didn't know what the knife was.
Yeah. You didn't know what it is. It was $300.
Yeah.
But it was half off.
Nice. Okay. I'm excited. I'm not looking.
So.
Oh, I get to look at it now.
You get to look at it now.
All right. Okay. It's a Fox case.
It is a Fox case.
All right. That's exciting. My goodness. Holy mother. What in the world? Oh,
it's got a very long name that I'm going to put here on the screen. But this is the Fox Pro Hunter.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Conan the Barbarian. Oh my Lord. I'm trying to be quiet. I don't like the kids
That's okay.
My God. What a hoss.
N690 on the blade. Micarta on the handle.
My thumb's messed up. I can't.
This thing weighs about 2 pounds.
Oh my gosh. What a beast. I love this.
Right?
Oh my God. I just want to destroy a log. What's happening right there?
2 interesting facts about this knife that you all know that he doesn't yet. This is a lock.
Oh, so it's like a fixed blade type.
So now it's like a fixed blade.
Yeah.
It's not a fixed blade in the sense.
It's a lock.
It's a lock for the lock to where it won't accidentally disengage. You all seen it. He hasn't. So it goes right there to where the
pin comes in. Gotcha.
Interface.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole sliding mechanism there.
Okay. Kind of like, so CRKT had they had a kind of, this looks a little more robust.
Yeah.
CRKT had a similar thing. But.
A little bit. This whole thing is ridiculously
Dude,
robust.
do you know who designed it?
I don't. I'm going to look it up for the video.
Yeah, because that's like...
But it is not a Vox.
Dude, this thing is nuts.
So...
What is the name of this?
Pro Hunter.
The Pro Hunter.
1X. Lots of numbers. There's a big name to it. Like I said, I'll put it right here.
What a beast.
Yeah, so that was it. That's been in my wish list.
This is just like, I don't know, man. I'm really digging this.
So for as much as I love this knife on the website, and I loved it in person. It was so funny because I was flipping it in the office and I handed it to Johnny to flip because he hadn't handled it. He's like, I didn't want to open the box until you got here. And I was like, oh, I appreciate that. He was flipping it and I said, I'll be damned. It's missing something. What's it missing?
Pocket clip.
Pocket clip.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a pocket clip.
It doesn't come with one stock.
No.
That's
because
crazy.
It weighs so much. That's why you get the...
You get the belt sheath. There you go.
The belt sheath. But,
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
But you know what, though?
Ergonomically and...
Yeah, ergonomically it's nice.
It's really nice.
Man. I don't know. I'm pretty blown away with this. And one of my knives that I have with me, I want to line it up next to. That blade shape is just... I love that blade shape. Holy crap. I don't know why I was trying to censor crap. I was going to say holy crud.
Red bib.
No, holy crap. That's amazing.
So I've only had this for about 2 days now, but I'm going to put it in S.
God.
The fit and finish, the details, the craftsmanship.
Yeah.
I mean, the Italians got it down.
Well, they always do though. With, like especially on the fit and finish category, they nail it with flying colors every time.
Yeah. It's just in 690, but it's just very easily sharpenable. That's a word.
Yeah.
And it's tough. So I have no...
See, I don't really know a lot about N690, but I do know, I mean, the Italian makers tend to use it more.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about the characteristics, but man, in this pattern though, like this thing is just, what a beast. So are you going to take this hunting, do you think? Or like...
I'm going to take it everywhere. I'm going to take it to Blade Show. I'm going to take... This thing is already like a prized possession. So
can I, while we're here on a little tangent, but I feel like more than any other more than any other country of manufacturer, I sleep on Italy, and I shouldn't, because Italy they do some crazy stuff.
You got Fox, MKM, Viper, Line
Steel. Yeah, they do some crazy stuff, and like
the other knife in my wish list is a Line Steel. So
when we go to Blade Show, I'm gonna be paying attention to the Italian makers. Anyway, I love it, man. That thing is really cool. That's awesome.
So yeah, those were my carries for today.
That's nice.
Sounds nice.
It sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's stiff. There's no drop shut to it.
Drop shut's overrated.
But I mean, it's
that's
such a nice sound.
Yeah, that's a go to work knife right there.
That's a Crocodile Dundee for sure. That's a knife.
That's a knife.
That's so anyway, those were my carries for today, and we'll lead into my S-Class in a minute. What were you carrying today?
So I also have an S-Class tie-in, which we'll get to when we get there. It is the Civivit Snecx Vision FG with the upgraded pocket clip, titanium clip, which I think just makes this knife look like $1 million. And I really feel like the FG is, in many ways, it's an improvement on the R. I really think it is. If you're a titanium diehard, then get the R. But if you're not, get the FG. Like the FG is just so good.
It was less expensive too.
Oh, way less. It's like half the price.
Yeah,
less than half the price. I also removed a pin in the back that you can remove, and Snecx talks about how to do that on his Instagram page. But it makes the closing action really smooth. So big fan of that. Secondary blade was the one that gets carried a lot. It was the Rough Rider in Spades Appaloosa, the black Appaloosa Coke bottle. Wonderful knife. I love it so much.
It's a great knife.
Did some work with me today. And lastly, I have the case back pocket in Buffalo Horn and S35VN. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, wonderful lineup. This has been a good lineup today.
I've been trying to purposefully carry a traditional, a modern, and a fixed blade every day. So
how are you carrying? What's your fixed
today
blade?
This was my fixed blade.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it could be one for God's sake. That thing's a hoss. So like when you carry a fixed blade though, is that typically like neck knife or is that like?
If I'm working, it's a neck knife.
Yeah.
That way, it's under my clothes and nobody sees it.
Sure.
So it's generally either the Carlitos or the Urban Bowie. That's the minimalist. It's the minimalist in the
5 minutes later.
Desert Warrior. That's the term I was going for. It's the Desert Warrior version of the minimalist paper. So
nice. Sweet.
But if I'm out and about, I've had and I got to show Johnny. I had the Booker bad guy, or the Madman, where you have the bad guy.
Yeah, the bad guy.
And so he was like, "I've never seen this," and I was like, "Yeah." It's like it's the fixed blade version of Enso's, and he goes, "Oh yeah, the one with the skull and the black and red." I'm like, "Oh, well, you know that one, but you don't know." That's fine. It's fine. So. You want to flip to see who goes first?
Sure, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I didn't mention the coin that I had today.
Well, you do your coin.
Well, I'm going to do my coin because it's our coin.
Well, there you go.
It is our poker chip, our Knox Knife Mods poker chip, which, again, we will be at Blade Show. So if you want a poker chip and you happen to see us, we'll be the guys in the hats. Just ask us. We'll have some. So I will flip. You want to call it?
Sure.
All right. Wait, hang on a minute. We're going to redo that. That was a bad flip.
Sure. Yellow side.
Oh, gray side.
All right.
So I'm going first? Yep. All right, sweet. All right, guys. So my S tier list from the original video was pretty big. And I have some subtractions and some additions, and we're just going to... How do you tell me? So should I just go through the whole thing?
I'm going to put a screen grab of that video of his S tiers right here.
Okay.
And so here's where we're going now. That's a nice case you've got going on.
This is a gift from my mother-in-law, and I don't use it for anything.
Yeah.
But for this, it's perfect because I had to transport a bunch of knives at once.
Yeah.
And this is a great way to do it.
Oh, man. There's some good knives in there.
Should I just dive in?
Dive in.
And you want me to go one by one then?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So
briefiest overview.
I'm going to make it fast. Yeah, I'm going to be quick. Okay. So the TwoSun TS232.
And let us know if it's an addition.
Right, that's what I'm going to do.
Or original.
So this was in the original lineup, and I originally put it as S. This is a subtraction. This is now an A.
Oh.
I still love it.
Okay.
Still love it. It's just when I compare it to knives that I would consider S now, it's not quite there. It's not perfect. It's still a great knife, though. It is a great knife. So that's going from S to A. Ooh, man, yeah, this is one to talk about.
Yeah.
The SpyderCo, it looks a little different. The SpyderCo SpydiChef. So I did a mod on this. What did I name it? Did I name it? I'm trying to remember if I named it. I think I named it the armor piercer because of that really wicked point. So you'll notice the finish on this thing is nuts. I've never acid washed LC200 before this knife, and it does some. Well, we're like 10 minutes in. It does some crazy shit. It's just wild. It had this really wild banding, streaking effect.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Looks great, though.
I'm pretty happy with it overall. I really like the look, and it looks almost like, Well,
because we couldn't do that intentionally.
No way.
Like if we tried, we'd screw it up.
Yeah. So anyway, this is still S-class because it's still a great knife, and it looks nuts. So still in the S-class, the SpyderCo SpydiChef. Let's do another subtraction here. This is the Liong Mah Laney.
That's a subtraction.
It's a subtraction, the version 2. The reason being, have you kept up with Liong Mah at all?
Only what you've told me.
Okay, so he keeps...
I know this story.
Keeps saying things like, Liong, man, stop saying stuff. So there was a whole thing with him and Neve's knives, and I'm not going to pretend like I understand everything that happened. Yeah. But I will say that Neves seemed to handle it a lot better, and Liong seemed to be just...
Go watch the video.
Yeah, he seemed to be aggressive without the justification for doing so. And it left me as a Liong Mah knife owner, and as somebody that's always appreciated his design sense, it left me with a kind of a weird taste in my mouth about it. And so I love this knife, and I still think it's an absolutely gorgeous knife. This one is an A now, though. I don't know. The whole thing's left me feeling weird. So yeah, so that's an A. Cool knife, again.
Yep.
If I take Liong out of the picture, this is an absolutely beautiful, stunning knife. But yeah, that's an A now. Because I can't separate the two.
Yeah.
Up next is the ColdSteel AD-10. When we first did this video, this had not been modded much. I don't know if it had been modded at all. Now it's been just super modded. It's one of a kind AD-10. The Ranger mod is what I call this one. Still an S-Class because it's dope and I love it. And this will probably be the knife that I'm carrying at Blade Show, just because I really love this knife. It's a great knife.
So I got that new...
oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't have it on me. My new belt holder that I can hold like 2 or 3 knives.
Nice.
I'm going to be carrying like 5 or 6 knives at Blade
Yeah.
Show.
Oh, dude, I'm wearing my Kroger pants. So, I mean, I'm going to have...
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot. But I wanted to do this real quick.
Okay.
All right, so hang on, because these two together...
If you pocket check us at Blade Show, just be prepared.
Look at that, man.
Yeah.
What a hoss, dude. It's just a little bit longer, I think, than the AD-10. What a beast. So yeah, this new this is Fox, right? Mm-hmm. This new how new is this?
I have no idea what that was.
Yeah.
Interesting. The dog's over here, so that's it's newish.
So it came out this year?
I think it came out at the end of last year.
The end of last year. Okay. I don't know. It's just it is a beefy knife. It definitely
What's
has
the weight, like the variant?
It's heavier than the AD-10, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely heavier. I really like this. Anyway, I wanted to compare these two because I could tell right off the bat that there was something kind of similar happening there. So anyway, that's the AD-10 from ColdSteel, still an S-Class. Here we go. This is a subtraction. The Northwoods Coolidge jack. Originally, I said it was an S-Class. Nah, it's an A-Class. Still a beautiful knife. I still love Northwoods, but something I've noticed with all of my GEC produced knives is that if they do not have blade wobble, they are more than likely to develop blade wobble at some point. Which is funny because all of my case knives that don't have blade wobble have never developed blade wobble. So for this reason, I'm bringing this down to an A. I still love it. Not going to sell it. Still love it, but it's not an S. So to take the place of that knife is one that I didn't have when we filmed. That is the P.H. Jacob Custom Laney's Clip. Laney's Clip is my favorite traditional knife pattern, originally conceived by Tony Bose. This one in particular has CPM 154, which is probably my favorite steel, and paper micarta scales in a shadow pattern and blue G10 liners. It's just a super attractive knife, and there's absolutely no wobble or play or anything like that. None at all. The action is just perfect. It's like just, it's dead on. So that's like an S+. This thing is nuts. I love this knife. Some of it was expensive, but it was worth every penny I paid for it. So that's the P.H. Jacob Custom Laney taking the place of my Northwoods. That is now an S-Class. Next up, a sentimental knife. This is an S-Class, and it's staying in the S-Class. This was my wedding gift from my wife, my SpyderCo PM2, my first nice knife. You know, my first over $100 knife. When we got this, the PM2 was $125, which is probably not true now. No, I haven't looked at it, but there's no way. There's no way. S30V steel and a wonderful compression lock. That's not the original pocket clip, but you know, it still looks good. And I'm still a big fan of the DigiCamo G10 from SpyderCo. So yeah, still an S on that. Let's see here. My first mod ever, the Emerson Kershaw CQC11K, the Berserker mod. So what happened here? Well, we did a acid wash on the blade. First time I'd ever done that. a red dye on the G10, acid wash on the handle, and is that Lynch? I don't know if that's Lynch on that. That might be Lynch.
Might.
I think that's Lynch. Well, because he does a different design for Benchmade, I know. And so Benchmade and Emerson kind of share the same layout.
Screw set, yeah.
Yeah, screw set. So that I'm pretty sure that's a Lynch clip. Anyways, it just looks really good. A lot of mods done to this, but for it being my first modded knife, it's going to kind of forever be an S-Class knife just because of that legacy, I guess. Yeah, so that is the Emerson CQC 11K. Oh, yeah, so by the way, another addition. Did I say this already? The Snecx?
No.
Okay, so I want to add in the Snecx Vision R, or the Vision FG, because for what you pay for this, I just think it's a wonderful knife. And if you spend a little bit extra and get that titanium clip, that milled clip, it just looks really good. And I think that in almost every way, as I said earlier, it's an improvement on the Vision R. I think it's a great knife. That's an S-Class now. And of course, I'm a big Snecx fan. So if you're not a Snecx fan, your mileage may vary. But while we're on the topic of Snecx, this is staying in S-Class. This is the Snecx Wehr Mini Buster.
There you go.
I feel like I've been talking a long time.
You got a lot of knives.
20 CV steel. Incredible milled titanium handle. I love this knife. And a really wonderful frame lock. And it's one of those frame locks that disengages so easily and just so smoothly. It's just really, it's buttery smooth. And little anecdote, but when I needed, I had been working on this knife, and I'm not one to strip screws, but I made a mistake and I stripped a pivot. And I reached out to Wehr about it. And not only did they send me a new pivot, they sent me a replacement for every single piece of hardware on this knife,
wow.
Which then blew my mind.
That's
and then
great.
At that point, I was like, okay, well, I'm a Wehr fan now, which I always was, but it was just further cemented. So yeah, S-Class still the Snecx Mini Buster. SpyderCo Sage 1 in Maxamet and Gray G10.
Yeah,
it's going to A. I still really dig this knife. Did you hear something?
Yeah, you said A.
Sorry. I thought you heard that. Looking for. Okay, you're doing. I feel like it's like deja vu with the original one. Just all of the. Yeah. You're taking my hot takes, and it's a great knife. I mean, it's a good knife. It's a great knife. A's still great. Like
A is still great.
A's up there, man. Nothing here has really been taking a hard hit. Like A's up there. But you know what the problem is? That now that I've experienced, which this is ironic because I didn't include this knife in this list, but now that I've experienced the Gale Bradley 2 and the way that it thumb flicks, I would.
Where is the Gale Bradley 2?
I couldn't bring it to S. It's an A knife.
That's fine.
Yeah, I love it. It's an A knife though. But it has a better deployment with the thumb than the Sage 1. So this is an A now. Anyway, we're getting there, guys. Okay, staying in S is the ColdSteel Dimco AD-15. Still awesome.
Yeah.
Particularly this modded one. This is the Gigas mod. And yeah, still love it. That's S-Class.
That's one of my favorite ones out of the bunch you've pulled so far.
And still in the S-Class, the Stryder ProTech S&G. This is the Brothers Grimm mod made to match my Taurus Millennium G2 handgun, which is my everyday carry gun. And they just both kind of have this desert black, but like, what do you call it when it's FDE and black? Because FDE and olive drab is Desert Warrior.
Right.
I don't know what you call that.
I don't know either.
Yeah, so it's FDE and black. They both are. Still S-Class. Okay, so these are all new. Well, this one's not. So if you remember in the original video, I ranked my TRM Atom, I think at A or B. And then I said, I'm not going to sell it. And then like literally in the text in the same video, I said, yeah, I just sold it.
I just sold it, yeah.
So that was one of the biggest knife mistakes I've ever made.
You regretted that for so long.
Oh my God, yeah. So I finally had the opportunity to get a new TRM Atom, and this one has, it's improved on all of the problems that I had with the original. I'm not experiencing the blade getting out of alignment anymore. It just feels more robust in hand for being such a thin, slicey knife. And I've also kind of evolved in the way that I appreciate knives now. I still love my big, monster knives a lot, but I do also have a place now for the thin, the thinner, slicier stuff that can, just do lightsaber cuts. And this knife does that. So 20 CV, this has the newer 3D rounded handles and Merlot micarta. It's a really beautiful knife. And the newer thumb studs that I think are tie connector studs. But yeah, so that's an S-Class now, the TRM Atom, the Three Rivers Manufacturing Atom. New addition is the Wehr, the Wehr knives Lucas P. These were produced by Rayot, and it's my favorite thing that I've experienced from Rayot. I just love the design, and I'm a big fan of Matthew Wehrwein's knives. His design language to me is really interesting, and his knives are very, very not affordable because they're super custom. So the opportunity to own one of his designs produced by Rayot just excited me. He has some designs in the works with Boker. I'm pretty excited about that, but also Boker's been doing this thing where they're like outsourcing knives to Rayot, so it might still be a Rayot knife, so it might still be $400 effing dollars.
Yeah. So
that would be a bummer. I'm really hoping it's a more affordable Boker. Anyway, so this is the knife that I got after we did that video, and this is an S-Class knife, the Lucas P. And last, okay, so I originally, this is a ZT-0562. I have been through, this is one of those knives where it's like, there's something about the knife that keeps me coming back to it.
Yeah.
And I want to get it perfect, right? I did the same thing with the AD-10. So this is one of the, and the AD-15. This is another one of those where I've always loved the ZT-0562, and I just felt like I didn't nail the mod the way I wanted, and now I have. So originally I think I ranked this an A. It's now an S because this mod is just, it's perfect. It's what I want. We have an acid washed, this blade is Elmax. This is a replacement blade. I got a brass pin that fits in the place of the stop bar, and then also all the hardware is bronze anodized titanium. Same on this side, just stabbed myself, that was good. And kind of sanded and acid washed the pocket clip so it has a more uniform appearance. Lastly is this milled G10 scale from Swingwab, I don't know how to pronounce their name, but it's a beautifully milled scale. So yeah, this is a new S-Class edition. This one is the, what do I call this mod?
Diamond Dust? Or that was
the original. Can't remember the name. If I think of it, it'll be somewhere here. Okay. I think I'm done.
You did good. you did good.
Love this knife. All right, so that's my S-Class, guys. That's my S-Class for 2024. These are my favorite of the favorites, the cream of the crop. And now I'm going to have a drink.
You need to pour after all that to wet your whistle.
I'm going to have some of the kickin' chicken, thank you.
So I'm going to start with the Fox Pro Hunter 1X and then all the other words and letters that go after it. This is already S-Class. I've had this in my wish list, like I said, for quite some time. And when I saw it was on sale and I had cash to burn finally, I said, yeah, I'll take one.
Dude, I don't blame you. My mind has been blown with this thing. That's such a cool knife.
Such a cool knife. The sculpted, the milled micarta, nice and rounded, nice and textured.
Well, and let me add to that.
So nice.
The way that the Italian companies do micarta is probably the best. I really like Kaiser micarta too, but I think that like my Ace Grand, I'm pretty sure those are produced by Lion Steel. And they cross-cut the micarta. And it has this, and this has the same kind of just really nice texture. Yeah.
It's so nice. So that's going to start off the S.
It's a great way to start.
So moving on, staying with the S's. I don't have any that have downgraded at this point in time.
Oh, okay.
I only had 3 that was in my S-Class to begin with, so I'm going to cover those real quick. The Benchmade Adamas 275. This is in the CPM CruWear. This was a gift from my brother-in-law, and he put a Wolfman monogram there on the blade. Nice. So that's still an S. The SpyderCo Lion Steel,
Yes.
Little Lion Spy. Still an S, one of the 2 SpyderCos that I actually like. That was the dog. We don't know what the first sound was, but that was the dog. Also in Elmax. It's the only Elmax that I own. Great blade. I love this thing.
Coming back to Italy, I think that one was produced by Lion Steel. Yeah.
Produced by Lion Steel. And the Kaiser
Nice.
Sheepdog XL, the Comanche mod. This is still an S-Class. It will always be an S-Class because it was my first foray into modding with the help of Enso.
Let me fire that thing, man.
Sure.
Yeah, dude, this is a forever S.
Yeah. So again, between that and the the big, funky, clunky, chunky knives.
Nice. I like that.
Thank you. That live in my S tier, and to follow that right up with the winner of Knife of the Year for 2023 for me, and the X Factor, the Kaiser Huntsman.
So this is the one I knew this would be an S-Class. Like it has to be.
It has to be. Big. It's not as heavy. It's super light. Not skeletonized, but it's got the carbon fiber inlays, which saves weight and room. And then the Huntsman eyes there, skeletonized in the blade. Super light. Man, this has been quite the blade. I've actually helped Kaiser sell a few of these to coworkers and their spouses and things like that. So
I gotta see this one.
I'd like some financial kickback. That would be great.
Hey, Kaiser.
Staying in the Kaiser lineup.
Yeah.
This is an upgrade from an A to an S.
Nice.
Kaiser Quatch. You know, gun to my head, you can only pick one knife, and you have to sell all the rest of them.
Yeah.
It'd be up there.
Yeah.
It might be 1 or 2. And
I'm assuming this one would also be up there.
It'd be up there, yeah. This has just been the most fun knife because I'm a cleaver guy first.
Right.
I'm a micarta guy. I like blacked out.
Yeah.
My truck is blacked out. I like blacked out things. And so having that little copper backspacer there in the back and everything, this checked every box in a younger version of myself that was new to knives. And I just, I've never done a video on this. I need to do a video on this knife.
Have you not?
No.
That's pretty crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
N690 on the blade, micarta on the handles, and it's just
They still make
so
that one?
nice. What's that?
Do they still make that one?
Nope, it's discontinued as of a few months ago.
Yeah.
So there was this one and one in a red G10 with a brass backspacer and a satin finish blade. So if you can find either one of those, I would suggest getting it.
Yeah. No, seriously, take my word for it because I'm a big fan of the Kaiser Desert Dog. If you don't remember that one, we're going back like 8 years. But the Desert Dog was a really cool design. Can't remember the name of the maker, but good luck getting it now. Yeah. And if you can find it now, ooh, you're gonna pay out the nose. So yeah, if you see a design like that you dig, man, get it before it's gone.
And it's a harder flick, but I can still Spidey flick it. And I don't know, there's just something about this knife. Even this was the first knife that I, after purchasing, that I cared about a pocket clip because it's got a different pocket clip than a lot of the other ones.
Yeah.
It's very flat. It's not round, but it's wide. It's
well, you know,
it's different than all the rest of them. So
it doesn't look like your typical like a bolt-on fold-over clip.
No, like the Sheepdog, it's just got kind of a fold-over clip. This is different. So no, this has been upgraded from A to S.
Nice.
The Kaiser Quatch.
Nice.
I'm going to stay in the Kaiser family here for another hot minute. This was oh gosh, what to call this? This was a purchase of passion for the most part. My favorite
struggle.
God, it was a struggle. From my favorite comic book character to an automatic S tier knife, the Kaiser October Moon Knight edition.
Nice.
Man, I was at a concert with 30,000 other people, and I was trying to make this purchase with 1 bar of service. It was not fun. And then to find out my PayPal was out of date, and I had to God, I was sweating, and the missus was like, "You're really enjoying the concert?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's great." 1 of 100. This was number what, 51? Yes, 51 of 100 made. This was part of the Kaiser Friday Club series. There's still some Kaiser Friday Clubs that are available that didn't sell that well. This one sold out in like 5 minutes.
It's easy to see why.
It's easy to see why. So it's got that same white linen micarta as you have.
So this is
Is that
funny.
G10 or micarta?
It's G10,
It's G10.
but it looks and feels like micarta. I've never experienced a G10 that feels more like micarta.
Gotcha.
But no.
So very similar looking.
Yeah,
but
very similar appearance.
automatic S tier for me.
Yeah.
Just for the sentimental reasons of childhood memories.
Oh, yeah.
Reading comic books, Moon Knight being a favorite character. So 154 CM on the blade.
Can I see that one again?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
154 CM on the blade. I don't carry that one a lot. Just because I want to keep it as nice as possible.
Yeah.
So if there's like a formal occasion or a family, like Easter, something like that.
That is a really, I've never thought about it, but that is a really nice slow roll. It opens so smoothly. Anyway, sorry. I never thought about it in that context.
Anything that's like a nice occasion where I know I'm not going to get it beat up or dirty or something like that,
Yeah.
I will take it. And it's a nice little conversation piece. So
Hell of an Easter knife, like you said. That's a good one.
one more Kaiser. The Kaiser Urban Bowie, the Lakota mod.
Yes.
This, another little collaboration between the two of us here doing the, was this the first, no, second brass wash that we did.
Yeah.
The two-tone, the daffodil yellow and the earth chocolate brown rock carved spine and the new pocket clip since the other one broke. This is an S-Class all the way. Just for the memories that we made making this thing and how much fun it was. And to make the video, two-part video, giving a little history lesson. But for me, this was the first real, like, I'm going to mod a knife. I need you to help me because I can't rock carve because I've never done that. But it was my first real step into, let's mod a knife together. And
Go on a tangent.
Go ahead.
How long ago was it that we did that video?
Like 2 years?
What the hell?
Time flies.
What's happening?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like I'm going on this. Because I'm 3 glasses deep. So here we are. It's like, I swear to God, you get over the age of 35.
Yeah.
And suddenly you are on this exponentially like speeding up path, and it doesn't stop.
Wait till you've got a T minus and a 40 right in front of you.
I do. Well, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm a T minus 4 years to that. So you're at 39. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not too far behind you there, dude. Yeah. And it blows my mind. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
please
continue.
So where am I going to go next? Okay, I'm going to go right here. More of a recent purchase.
Yes.
The Rough Rider Reserve Sabak.
Yes.
This was, I played with this knife a lot in store, and I never pulled the trigger, but then when we did our tour back in December and got more of the history of this knife and got to meet the designer.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to get this. So getting to meet him, getting to see the inspiration from the original texts or pages, and just getting the history and the backstory, it added a lot of sentimental value to this knife.
So I believe the original designer was Carl Schiffer or Schleifer of the German brand iBrand.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah. He had a single blade and a double blade version of this. Yeah.
Single blade's the way to go.
Single blade's the way to go. So, but yeah, this is a D2 steel. This is the Rough Rider Reserve number 25. Red micarta. Get the I think it's brass liners. It's awesome.
It really is. Sorry.
Excuse you.
Bro, it's like 1 in the morning.
Am I boring you? No.
Guys, we record, we both have kids,
Yeah.
so we don't get to hang out until the kids go to bed, so we record really late at night. I'm doing all right. Yeah. I'm hanging in.
But just for size comparison of this Navaja here.
Navaja.
Yeah. whatever. Look how much longer that is.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's thin and skinny, but just the size.
You know what would be a hell of a carry, though?
What's that?
Would be to have in your main carry the Beyond EDC Night Horse.
Oh, with this. Yeah,
my God, man.
That's a heck of a.
That's a Navaja.
Need some deep pockets.
Yeah, absolutely. That's tempting to do that at Blade Show, but anyway.
So, S-Class on that one.
Absolutely.
As well. So now I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna switch. Okay. So this was my first official big boy
to see this one here. Yeah.
Purchase. This was for my birthday, like 3 years ago. Yeah. This is the Fox Core, not the baby core. This is the full size version. N390? No, N690. Sorry, N690. And I added a Lynch feather clip. That's the only thing I wanted to change. I had a wire clip. I don't like wire clips particularly. I liked the blue FRN handle.
Yeah.
On the pictures when I bought it, it didn't show the backspacer. It's anodized orange, which is fine. But I thought it was all blue. But still, I like this knife.
I'm sorry.
I'm telling you.
It's late, dude. I'm doing fine.
Great knife. Balance-wise, it's very forward-heavy, but if you're making a draw cut of something like that, that extra weight going forward works really well. I haven't had to sharpen this yet. I don't know why that is, but it's still very sharp.
I don't know a whole lot about N690, but I think it's supposed to be, I think it's related to D2, and I'm pretty sure it sharpens fairly well. Yeah. So, sharpenability is pretty good.
But yeah, no, it's kept an edge pretty well for 3 years. So, but no, S-Class on that one. I said all of these are S-Class. So now we're going to kind of get into gifts that are S-Class.
Okay.
So we're going to stay with the Jesper Voxnes. This is a Vox MKM.
Can I do a quick? I want to do a quick take here.
Can I finish saying what it is?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is the Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive with the fat carbon.
Nice.
There we go. This is the MKM Vincent.
There we go.
Go ahead.
Is Jesper Voxnes your favorite designer?
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm good to know.
Okay.
I had a suspicion.
Just everything he does. I've got another Vox, but it's an A. It didn't make the S. But no, with this MKM exclusive with the white, the snow fat carbon there.
Yeah.
And just the shape of this blade right here. It's very nice. And Vanex steel. I don't have anything else in Vanex.
Good God.
I do have to say I've rolled the edge.
Really? Let me see it.
Yeah. I've done a lot of cutting with it. And I've already rolled. Can you see it?
I'm 3 glasses deep, so.
Okay. Well, you can feel it on the one side, where one side it is rolled in.
You got a burr where it rolled over.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see.
Right
I just saw it. Yeah. How did you do that?
Just cutting a lot of boxes open because I normally carry a new purchase or a new knife in general for about 10 days.
Yeah.
I carried this for like 30.
Well, you know what though?
And I just kept cutting and kept cutting and kept cutting.
One thing we could try, I actually just made a new stropping paddle. So if you want to just, a lot of the time with a little roll like that, it'll strop right out. So you can try that. Okay. Again, I don't know much about Vanex because I've never had a knife in Vanex, but the way that I understand it, it's basically supposed to be like a super stainless 20 CV. Right. So it's a good steel. We could try that and see if it comes out. God, man.
And one of the most interesting things, other than being Vanex, I don't know anything about it, is the coating on this blade. It's a matte finish coating, and I can't remember what it is. It's not PVD. I don't remember what it is, but you can like wipe it off. It'll leave a fingerprint.
Yeah.
And you can wipe it off, and it goes back to that like really nice matte finish. It's really weird because I have others that have a PVD coating like this. It's glossy.
Yeah.
And you don't really get fingerprints on it. You may get residue from tape or something like that, but it maintains the glossy look. This Vanex, with whatever's on this, it will leave a fingerprint or a streak, and then you can just, with your Forrest Hanks, EDCRoundtable.com.
Code Knox for 10% off.
You can just wipe it off, and it goes back to this matte finish, which is really nice. So this was a present from my wife for Christmas.
She nailed it.
Yeah, she nailed it.
Can I make a quick comment?
Sure.
All right. So one of my favorite things about this this fat carbon is when you view it from the top or from either side, like the layers of carbon are like really clear.
Yeah.
And there's something about that is just so like organic and really pretty. I love that look, and it convinced me I gotta get some fat carbon in my collection. I don't have any.
Nope.
But yeah, that looks fantastic. I know I do. And Smoky Mountain Knife Works, they do a lot of fat carbon runs.
Yeah.
So one of these days,
different colors and all different.
One of these days, I'm gonna get one.
So anyway, so again, S. Nothing was downgraded. These are all S's. Last two, I guess I'll stick with the wife since I'm with the wife. This is my Microtech Exoset, the Sand Trooper. Nice. This was a gift 2 Christmases ago. This is 1444. That was the model number on it.
Dude, no, is that 2 Christmases ago?
Yeah. Well, because this Christmas I got the...
I swear to God, I'm going to blink and I'm going to be on my deathbed.
Yeah, the Civivit Thug 2 for this Christmas, which is an A. I didn't make the S, but it is an A. So
yes, I forgot you did get the Thug 2. What the hell is happening?
So, yeah, Microtech Exoset Sand Trooper. We did a video at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and I was like, hey, honey, hint, hint, wink, wink. This is what I want for Christmas, and I got it. So I love the money clip. Pocket clip. Again, it's not something you think about until you get later on in life and you're like, hey, you know what? This is nice. Yeah. You can actually see the manufacture date there of July 2022.
Yeah.
And I got it in December 2022. So
nice.
Yeah, it's 2 years old.
So one of my favorite things about this knife is that the spring on it is perfect. And if you're familiar with Microtech at all, the spring tension is kind of a mixed bag. So my Ultratech, I have a Spartan Ultratech, very stiff spring. Yep. This thing, thanks.
Go ahead.
This thing is, it's so good. I'm so jealous. And then also too, just, even though it's a shorter blade, the width of it in hand makes it feel, it's a little big blade. You know what I mean?
It's a little big blade.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's a great knife.
So S on that one as well, clearly. And last but not least, the David Yellow Horse Buck 55.
Yeah.
A gift from Mr. Enso here. It has the wolf on it there, both sides, and the paw prints. I have a paw print very similar as a tattoo on my back right calf now. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a pretty knife, man.
Yeah. Little Laney slip there, as you would call that.
Yeah, it's kind of the same shape.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
Yeah. A similar shape.
Similar shape there. So based on the Buck 110, but it's a 55 because it's half the size.
Yeah,
so,
there you go. Yeah. Actually, I'm sure Jake wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me get the Buck 110 out real fast.
Okay.
I've been working on a Buck 110 for a friend. He inherited this Buck 110 from his grandfather, who unfortunately passed away. It's a beautiful vintage Buck 110 from the 70s. So if we hold it up, right, so the theory is the 55 is half of the 110.
Yeah.
And that stacks up. Yeah. There you go.
You're spot on there.
But yeah, so yeah, it's a beautiful, David Yellowhorse does incredible work. And how long ago did I buy that for you?
It's been a hot minute.
It's been like 3 years.
Yeah.
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 The march of time
is ever forward.
No, I'm telling you, I need to just not think about it because I think about it too much.
It'll depress you.
It will
very quickly.
It will.
I also wanted to.
Sorry.
Calm down. I also wanted to.
I'm upset.
to point out something in my collection, and I brought them down here. I didn't tell you that I was going to do this, but when we originally did the S tier video or just a class video, I didn't have any pocket granola of sorts. I didn't have any coins or anything like that. I now have a plethora of coins.
You have more coins than I do.
Carry on the daily.
Good God.
So I'm not going to go over them all, but there's quite a few.
Yeah.
So, but it sits here in my tray. And hey, if you're still watching, I'll show off the tray again, since I
yeah.
finally got everything off. They're also available at EDC Roundtable. This is the Lancelot Valet tray. This is the full-size version. When available, there's also a smaller square version. Great for organizing on your, what's it called?
Your
Dresser.
Dresser, yeah.
Or, like I said, I'm getting a smaller one to use in my garage for when I'm doing disassembling or modding to put pieces, parts, screws in.
He recently had a yellow tray with brown inserts, and I really like the look of it. I gotta talk with him because we were supposed to get together about him making a sheath for me, but we haven't figured it out. No, he does incredible work though, guys. So yeah, if you're not following Lancelot Leather on Instagram, what are you doing? Go to Instagram, search at Lancelot, as in the night, Lancelot Leather. Please give Joe a follow. He does incredible work, and honestly, incredible work. Do I have it with me? No, I don't. He makes all kinds of stuff, really beautiful work. So anyway,
I have his, and then I've got the shield here.
That's his coin there. Yeah, his shield coin. It's good stuff.
Well, I think we've done enough damage here.
Did you talk about the MKM over there? Did you want to talk about it?
Nope. Okay. That's a video.
Oh, all right, another time.
All separate. Yeah. You just got first-hand access to see
Thank
it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Special. Yeah. In more ways than one. Well, on that note,
the first step is admitting you have a problem.
Yeah, we know. We're both good about that. Yeah. We know there's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I love this knife. I really love it. I can't remember the last time I carried it. Yeesh, that's weird, But it's a great knife. Oh my God, it's a great knife.
Yeah. I try to make a point to carry a different knife every day, and I'm trying to do the fixed blade, modern and traditional has helped.
Sure.
Carrying 3 knives a day, 3 different types a day, that's helped. Especially going back and carrying things like the canoe. I hadn't carried the canoe, the old Southwest canoe in quite some time, and it felt nice to carry this today.
Yeah.
Just kind of sentimental value. It was the first traditional that I'd bought.
Yeah.
And no, it was nice to have it in the pocket again. So,
well, see, on the flip side of that, my approach is to carrying is that I'll kind of just go with what I'm feeling, And so if I want something that's big and tough, I'm going to go with the AD-10. If I want something that's more refined and small, it'll be the Adam. Yeah. But
if I woke up late or something and just need to grab and go, it's like the Kaiser Small Hunter and just go.
Boom. Yeah. God,
which is an A.
That's a good knife. Yeah. That is a good knife.
How it didn't make my S, I'm not sure. Make my S.
That's a good point because you carry that one a lot.
I do carry it a lot, but there's nothing flashy about it. There's nothing. It's just a good A.
Yeah. On the same note, so when we did the original video, I pointed out the ColdSteel Immortal in CTS XHP, and I gave it an A, and I was tempted to bring it tonight, but yeah, same reasons. I love it. I love it to death, but it's just.
I mean, it's a lot flashier than my Hunter.
Well, it's big, and the design is very. It's a very interesting design, but at the end of the day, it's still kind of G10. And blade steel and a back lock, a triad lock. But at the same time, though, when you hold it in your hand, you feel like a freaking, feel like Conan the Barbarian. So, yeah, anyway, tangent. I thought about including that knife. But yeah, no, there's a lot of knives on the table right now. This is a good video. Guys, please let us know, what are your S-Class knives? Because we'd love to hear about it. If you made it this long, if you're still here, I don't know, maybe Bangkok Mark is still here. Bangkok Mark, if you're still here, thanks for watching all the way through. I always feel like we can count on you, man.
Yeah. I'm going to go back and put some text at the beginning of the video that says, Bangkok Mark, watch all the way watch all the way to the end. And see if he sees this.
But. Yeah. But no, seriously though, if y'all made it all the way through, we'd love to know what your S-Class knives are. I always enjoy reading, about other people's collections.
Yeah.
So
we do read all your comments. We reply to most of them. So
he does. I'm bad. I'm sorry. Like I do read all of them actually. I'm bad about replying. But Walsh is he's our freaking, he keeps the boat afloat. So yeah. Since in love with this guy because he keeps the ship going. But no, yeah. So I'm going to make an effort to try to be more focused. But yeah, no. I'd be excited to see what y'all carry and what you consider your S-Class top of the line. I'm talking like best of the best of the best. So please put that down below. Any questions you have about anything that we put on the table today, we will be happy to answer it. So throw that down. If at this hour and 15 minutes or wherever we're at. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do that. And I guess that's about it, right? That's about it. All right, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. I know this was a long one, but we really had fun with it, and I hope you had fun too. And we got a lot of stuff in the we got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. Yeah, we got a lot. I might catch up to you one day.
I don't know. I've got like 5 videos. We're getting ready to go on a distillery tour.
Shit, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm excited. That'll be good.
That'll be good.
That'll be good. And then I've got a video on that buck that I showed, and other than that, I have a video on a trip to Texas that's coming. Well, that may already be out, depending on when this video comes out. So anyway, guys, stuff that's coming. So we'll see you there. And until then, this has been Knox Knife Mods. I'm Infinite Enzo. It's Wolfman Walsh. Thank you guys for joining us. Hope you're well. Stay well. Be healthy. All that good stuff. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
Take care.